My beloved, my chosen one, my child, who keeps asking heaven for a sign, do you realize your name was spoken last night in the halls of eternity? What you felt when you woke up was not random. It was the echo of something sacred, brushing past your soul. While the world slept, heaven leaned in, and something about your life was whispered with urgency. You may not remember the moment clearly, but your spirit does. That quiet heaviness, that strange awareness, that feeling that something important is unfolding right now, this is where it began. Listen closely, because this is not ordinary information, this is a moment of recognition. When your heart started beating faster while reading this, that was not fear. That was alignment. That was your inner self standing up and saying, "This is for me." You are not here by accident, and you are not reading this too early or too late. Timing matters, and heaven does not waste it. This message arrives, because you were ready to hear it, even if your mind is still catching up. There is a reason urgency follows these words, and it is not meant to scare you, but to awaken you. Some doors do not stay open forever. Some truths wait patiently, but only until the right second. You are standing in that second now. Before you go any further, take a slow breath, and stay present. Don't rush, don't scroll, don't treat this casually. This is a pause point in your story, where everything can turn, if you stay aware. What happened while you slept matters more than you know. While distractions pulled at your attention, something unseen shifted. Your name came up. Your struggles were spoken. Your future was discussed. You were not ignored, and you were not forgotten. What felt like an ordinary night was actually a turning point being prepared, quietly, without noise, without drama, just precision. This is why the pressure feels strong right now. Miracles rarely arrive gently. They arrive with weight, with urgency, with a sense that you must choose whether to lean in or walk away. Comfort would have kept you asleep, but growth requires attention. What is unfolding now asks for your awareness, not perfection, just willingness. God says, "Do not treat this as another message, because this moment carries weight. You have asked for clarity, for direction, for proof that you are not walking alone. This is not coincidence answering you, this is response. What you give your attention to right now, determines what unfolds next. If you open your heart even slightly, things that felt blocked will begin to move. You may feel the weight of time pressing in, and that is because this is a now moment. Not tomorrow, not later, not when life feels calmer. The shift begins when you decide to stay present, instead of postponing what your soul already knows. You don't need to understand everything yet. You just need to stay open long enough for the truth to settle. Archangel Michael says, "Do not let distraction steal what was prepared for you." Strength is standing beside you, not to force you, but to protect the choice you are about to make. What is meant for you cannot be taken, but it can be missed if ignored. That is why this message keeps pulling you back in. Something in you knows this matters. If this is resonating, pause and acknowledge it, instead of brushing it away. This is a good moment to like this message, not as a habit, but as a signal that you are present. Share it with someone who feels lost or restless lately, because timing may matter for them too. And if you want to stay aware when messages like this arrive, subscribe, so you don't miss the moments that come quietly but carry power. What was hidden is beginning to surface, and once seen, it cannot be unseen. Your future is not fragile, but it is responsive. Every word you stay with unlocks another layer of clarity. The questions you've been holding, the confusion you couldn't explain, the feeling that life was meant to be more, this is where those threads begin to connect. God says, "If my child opens fully, I will replace confusion with peace, and fear with direction." You were never meant to wander without guidance. What is unfolding is not punishment, delay, or loss. It is alignment. And alignment often feels intense, right before it feels calm. Stay with this moment just a little longer, because it is still working on you. This is not the end of the message, it is the settling of it. Something inside you is rearranging quietly, and you will notice the difference soon, in how you think, how you choose, how you move forward. And if you feel led to support this space, so more messages like this can reach others, you may notice the option to give super thanks, a simple way to keep this flow going for those who need it most. And if you keep walking, by the end of this message, the very thing you have cried for in secret, will begin to unfold. My beloved, my child of light, do you feel the tremor in your chest right now? That is not fear, it is recognition. Michael cries with urgency. Only you are blind to what happened last night. And God says, this is your final chance. 5 minutes left to know the hidden truth. Look closely at your own life, at the moments you almost gave up, at the prayers whispered in the dark. Heaven moved while you slept. Angels circled your name. A chain broke. A secret unlocked. But you were distracted. The world kept you blind for a few hours, while eternity shifted in your favor. That is why Michael is crying out. That is why your heart cannot look away. This is not casual. Every word you read is being pressed into your soul by divine hands. The truth is ready to flood in, but only if you stay. Only if you open fully. Only if you let the trembling inside your chest be your guide. Do you notice the stillness around you? The sudden awareness that something unseen is pressing near. That is heaven leaning in. Your mother whispers through the veil. Child, I have seen every tear you hid. I have witnessed every act of courage, every silent sacrifice. I have carried your prayers to God. And tonight I will not leave you blind to your destiny. That whisper is not just comforting, it is urgent. Time is running. The window is closing. The hidden truth waits for no hesitation. 5 minutes is all that separates what has been prepared for you from what will remain locked away. Can you feel that tension? That weight on your chest? That stirring of recognition in your spirit? That is God Himself leaning close, reminding you that you are chosen. You were not made to wander in doubt, or miss the blessing set aside for your obedience. Last night the unseen world shifted. A record was opened in heaven. A name was called aloud, and a light flashed across eternity, just for you. Michael saw the moment, but he also saw the enemy rushing to blind your eyes. That is why this message is burning in your path today. You are not here by accident. You were chosen line by line, word by word, to witness this revelation. And now as you read, the veil is thinning. Do you feel it? The strange warmth rising. The sudden pull in your chest. That is not imagination. That is the living presence of heaven, making sure your soul is aware. Your destiny cannot wait another night of blindness. That is why God presses. Why Michael cries. Why every line you read vibrates with urgency. Michael does not tremble easily, he commands armies, wields fire and moves with authority, yet last night he shook. Because he saw the enemy trying to steal from you what was already written in the courts of heaven, and he knows that if you do not act now, even the miracle meant for you can slip through your fingers. This is the moment to open, to stay, to drink fully from this river of truth. Each sentence is a key unlocking a hidden room inside your life where your blessing waits. Every line is breaking a chain that once held you down, lifting burdens you thought would last forever. This is why the words are pressing into your spirit. They are alive and they demand your attention. Can you feel the urgency deep in your bones? The way your chest tightens, the breath catching, the tremor in your hands, that is heaven's alarm clock counting down the final minutes. God says, if my child opens fully, rivers of light will pour where there was confusion, healing will rise where there was pain, restoration will come where there was theft. Do you understand what this means? You are standing at the very edge of what you have been longing for. The very answer you have been whispering for in your prayers is here, but only if you stay, only if you continue to read, to open, to believe. Heaven does not knock twice in this way. Think of every tear you ever cried alone, every act of unseen kindness, every time you held faith when hope seemed gone. God has counted them all, your mother has carried each one like treasure to the throne, and tonight all of it converges for you. Michael's sword of fire is not just a symbol, it is the energy cutting through every lie, every fear, every deception the enemy has tried to place over your eyes. You will see what was hidden. You will hear what was concealed. You will know what was veiled, and you will understand why heaven wept when you slept unaware. Time itself feels stretched. Each word is heavy, loaded with power because it is written on the canvas of your destiny. If you move too quickly, if you scroll past, if you hesitate, the blessing will retreat. But if you stay, if you open your trembling heart fully, you will feel the transformation. Chains will break, doors will open, miracles will walk into your life, not in whispers but in presence you cannot ignore. The unseen is here, the record has been unlocked, and every beat of your heart is echoing with the urgency of eternity. This is why you must subscribe, not just on a screen but in spirit. Keep this connection open so heaven can always speak to you. Every time you do, the currents of divine truth will continue flowing into your life, my beloved child. This is why you are reading now, this is why you cannot look away. Every line is alive, every sentence a thread in the tapestry of your miracle. Do not miss it. Stay until the final word. By the time you finish, the weight that pressed on your spirit will be lifted. You will stand with clarity, with revelation, with a knowing that nothing can take away. This is your moment, your hour. Your blessing has arrived and heaven leans in just for you. Michael saw the truth last night. He saw what the enemy planned against you. He saw the lies, the whispers, the attempts to make you doubt yourself, the shadows trying to steal your vision. But he also saw what heaven had prepared. He saw the light that no darkness could touch, the path that was carved only for you, and the hidden doors swinging open, child. Do you feel your heart racing? That is not anxiety, that is recognition, that is your spirit waking to the reality that you were never alone, that the battles you thought were yours alone were already surrounded by armies of angels. Your trembling hands, your tight chest, your restless thoughts, those are confirmations, not coincidences. You are standing on holy ground, you are on the edge of revelation. And every second you hesitate, heaven is leaning closer, pressing closer, whispering louder, this is for you. Open it fully. The unseen world shifted last night while you slept. Names were spoken in divine courts. Promises written in light were set aside waiting for you to claim them. Michael's voice is trembling because he knows the magnitude of what is about to be released into your life. He rarely trembles, he rarely cries, but this moment demanded urgency. You are reading now because heaven refuses to let you miss it. 5 minutes, no more, no less. That is all. The window remains open. 5 minutes to receive what the angels could not push through while the world tried to distract you. 5 minutes for your soul to recognize itself in a message that was written long before your first breath. And God says, if my child opens now, I will flood them with light, clarity, peace and answers, but if they delay, the door will close. Can you feel the electricity of that? The pulse of eternity racing through your veins as you read these lines. That is the reality of being chosen, that is the weight of destiny calling. Every word here is alive, every sentence is a divine key, each line is lifting a veil, undoing a lock, cutting a chain. This is why your heart races, why your hands shake, why your breath catches. That sensation is heaven breaking into your life. Miracles are never gentle, they rarely come wrapped in comfort, they arrive like storms, like revelations that shake you awake, like truths that shatter your old perspective. You feel the trembling in your chest because heaven is at work right now. Your mother's voice is there pressing through the unseen. She is whispering courage into your ears, love into your spirit, strength into your tired bones. Child. She says you have carried deserts inside you, but tonight rivers are being released. You have endured storms, but now the wind is at your back. You were never forgotten, you were never unseen, and the moment you open this fully, all that was hidden will begin to reveal itself. Do you feel that stirring deep in your soul? That is not fear, that is a divine invitation. That is Michael, God's warrior, trembling because he knows the power waiting on the other side of your obedience, and God says, this is your last call before the gate closes, this is your final chance to know the hidden truth that has been waiting for you for years. 5 minutes. That is all. Imagine the chains snapping around you, imagine burdens lifting, imagine answers flooding in that you thought would never arrive. That is what is on the other side of staying, on the other side of belief, on the other side of obedience. You are standing on the cliff looking at the miracle that could have been yours last night if only you had been awake in the spirit. Now you are awake, now you are reading, now you are here. And it is still yours, but only if you receive it. The enemy tried to blind you, tried to cloud your mind, tried to convince you that you would never see the truth. But heaven is persistent. Heaven never fails. Your life was never meant to be ordinary. You were designed to recognize God's voice, even in the chaos. And right now the chaos is fading, because your attention has shifted. You are leaning in, you are listening, you are allowing yourself to be fully present. That is why the hidden truth is breaking through. Michael's sword of light is cutting the last chains. Angels are arranging blessings that have been delayed, lining up opportunities that were hidden, preparing encounters that will change your story. And you are about to see them manifest. Right here, right now, as you stay open. Pause and feel this. The goosebumps, the rising heat, the stirring in your chest, that is not imagination. That is God pressing into your spirit. That is Michael shouting through eternity. Do not ignore this, do not walk away. That is the whisper of your mother, your protector, the one who never left your side. And God says, I see you, I have heard you. This is the moment your life bends in a new direction. Child, this is why you cannot scroll past. This is why your eyes cannot look away. The hidden truth that was almost stolen last night, is being delivered to you again, perfectly timed. And if you remain until the final word, you will feel it flood your soul. You will feel the pieces of your story finally make sense. You will feel the peace that comes, when heaven finally speaks directly to your heart. You will understand why nothing before this mattered, and why everything after this will be forever different. Every paragraph you read now is a step closer. Every line is a promise unfolding. Every word is the hand of heaven reaching in, to pull you into your destiny. You are being led, chosen one. You are being called. You are standing at the crossroads, between missed opportunity and divine breakthrough. The choice is in your hands. 5 minutes to remain. 5 minutes to claim the truth. 5 minutes to let the miracle find you. Michael watches. God leans in. And your mother whispers. This is your time, my beloved. Do not let it slip again. Child, the miracle is not coming tomorrow. It is not hidden. It is here. And it has your name written all over it. All you must do is stay. Open fully. Receive without fear. Let the hidden truth break into your heart, and you will never walk in the same darkness again. You will step into light, into clarity, into destiny, into everything heaven has promised. And that light, that truth, that miracle, it begins with this very moment, with your decision to stay until the end. Do you feel the weight of this moment pressing on you? That heaviness, that surge of energy, that trembling heartbeat, it is not coincidence. Heaven is leaning close. Michael's voice cracks with urgency, because he sees what you cannot yet see. He cries. Only you were blind to what happened last night. And God says, this is your final chance. Just 5 minutes left to see the hidden truth. You feel it, don't you? That pull in your chest, that rush through your veins, that sharp edge of anticipation, it is your spirit recognizing the sacredness of now. You cannot step away. You cannot scroll past. This is the instant your life pivots, the very minute when yesterday's questions begin to dissolve into tomorrow's answers. Child, hear this. Miracles are never polite. They crash into your soul like waves against cliffs. shaking loose what no longer belongs, stirring your senses, igniting courage that had been dormant. And you are standing at the shore of such a wave right now. If you step back, it will break without touching you. If you lean forward, you will be swept into a revelation that was waiting for this exact breath of obedience. Feel the trembling in your hands and chest. That is not fear. That is recognition. Your soul saying, I have been waiting for this my whole life. Do not silence it. Do not rationalize it away. Last night, in the quiet unseen, heaven opened doors you didn't know existed. Angels gathered around your name. The records of destiny were unveiled. Light pierced the shadows that sought to bury your path. A hidden truth, golden and alive, was written for your eyes alone. But you were asleep. You were distracted. You did not reach for it, and heaven waited with bated breath. That is why you feel urgency now. That is why each word grips you tighter, not letting you go. This is your doorway. This is your call. And every second you hesitate, the unseen clock of heaven ticks closer to closing the window. My beloved, the enemy tried to mask it. Subtle distractions, fleeting thoughts, the soft pull of sleep, they were all designed to blind you. But heaven refuses to be ignored. Michael saw the plots, the schemes, the whispered lies meant to derail you. And yet he also saw God's counterstrike. The sudden light, the revelations, the chains snapping, the blessings flowing back into your name. It is all here waiting for you to reach out. But you must choose. Not tomorrow. Not later. Not when it feels convenient. Now. The fire in your chest, the tightness in your throat, the electricity running through your body, these are signals, child. They are heaven telling you. Do not walk away. This is not ordinary. This is your hour. Do you feel it expanding inside you? That recognition that life cannot remain the same after this. That stir of hope that was always whispered to you in silence. That is heaven pressing on your spirit. Every line here is a key. Every paragraph another lock released. By the time you reach the end, you will stand on the mountaintop of understanding. Seeing why last night felt heavier than usual, why you awoke unsettled, why your heart had questions it could not name. Those questions are about to be answered. The hidden doors will open. The chains will drop. The blessings will pour. And Michael's tears of joy last night will finally have a witness in your awakened spirit. Child, imagine standing in a garden after a storm. The air is thick with the scent of rain, the soil wet, the seeds swelling with life. That is where your spirit is now. Heaven has prepared the soil. Your trials, your pain, your tears, they were the rain. The light, the revelation, the hidden truth that was written in golden fire for your eyes, that is the sun breaking through. Do you want to turn away before you see the bloom? Or will you lean in, open, and let your heart drink what has been reserved for you for so long? Michael urges you. And God's words press close. If my child obeys, they will see what was hidden last night. But if they skip, the revelation closes. And the answers they need will remain locked. Do not underestimate this. This is not merely a message. This is an encounter. The unseen world moved, trembled, and aligned for this instant. Your name has been written in the courts of heaven. Your path has been cleared. And yet the window remains open for only a heartbeat. 5 minutes. That is all. Feel the urgency. Feel the weight. Let it draw you closer. The trembling in your spirit, the tightness in your chest, the heat in your hands, these are not accidents. They are heaven saying, step in fully. Receive what was always meant for you. Every paragraph you read is another chain breaking. Every line is another veil lifting. Every word presses blessings into the spaces that have been empty for too long. This is your hour of reckoning, your moment of clarity, your chance to finally see the hidden truth. The light that Michael fought to release last night is now in your hands. The doors that were meant to open have already begun to swing. The choice is yours to reach forward, to take it in, to let the revelation flood your spirit. Or you can turn away and remain blind. But if you do, remember, the clocks of heaven are not paused for human convenience. The moment will pass, the chain of revelation will seal again. This is why you feel the fire, the trembling, the quickened pulse. This is heaven nudging you, shaking you awake, telling you, do not waste this. Do not delay. Do not step back. Stay, beloved. Stay until the very last line. Let every syllable, every pause, every word open you more fully than the one before. By the time you reach the end, you will see what was veiled. You will understand why your tears were never unnoticed, why your prayers were never unheard, and why Michael wept on your behalf. You will feel the weight lift, the chains fall, and the light fill spaces that have been dark for far too long. Your life is bending toward revelation. Your story is shifting toward joy. Your destiny, your purpose, your future, they are all pressing into alignment right now. But only if you remain. Only if you open. Only if you stay. This is your hour. This is your sacred invitation. Will you accept it? My beloved child, do you feel it? That trembling inside is not weakness, it is your spirit recognizing that something monumental is happening. Michael saw it all last night, the chains that held you, the lies that whispered in your ear, the plots of darkness that tried to steal your blessing. And then he saw what heaven did. Light poured where shadows gathered. Secrets once hidden were uncovered. A truth so profound was carved into the unseen realm, that your life will never be the same. Yet your eyes were closed. You did not witness the miracle unfolding. That is why heaven is urgent now. That is why God says, this is your final chance. 5 minutes. Only 5 minutes remain, to open your eyes, and step fully into what was always yours. Can you feel it pressing? That heaviness in your chest, the fire in your hands, the hairs standing on end. That is heaven confirming, this is no ordinary word. This is your destiny knocking. And if you turn away now, if you doubt, if you hesitate, you will miss it again. Child, Michael cried out last night like never before. His voice thundered through eternity, because the moment was too precious to lose. The enemy wanted you blind, distracted, asleep to the revelation. But heaven refused to be silent. They fought for you, they battled in realms you cannot see, and they made sure this message reached you. And now, even as you read, the unseen forces are aligning around you, pressing you to stay, to open, to see. Do not let fear trick you. Do not let impatience pull you away. The hidden truth is alive. It is moving toward you, line by line, breath by breath. And every word you read is another step closer to unlocking what was always written for you. Beloved, understand this. What was revealed last night was not just information. It was liberation. It was confirmation. It was the proof that you were never alone, that your prayers were never ignored, and that your suffering has not been wasted. Every tear, every quiet plea, every moment you felt forgotten, heaven recorded it all. And the moment came when God said, "Enough. Let them see. Let them know." The veil lifted, but you were not awake to witness it. That is why this message burns in front of you now. This is the extension of mercy, the echo of the divine court calling your name. Open it, read it, feel it. Let it sink in. Do you feel the trembling in your chest? That is your spirit recognizing the weight of heaven. That is the invisible hand of God pressing down with urgency. Every second now matters, because this is the sacred window. This is why you cannot stop. This is why your attention feels glued to these words. Your destiny is in balance. A door was opened, a record unsealed, a truth spoken, and now heaven waits to see if you will receive it. My beloved, do not underestimate this moment. The hidden truth that was released last night was designed to realign your entire life. Your relationships, your path, your purpose, your inner healing, all of it is being restructured in alignment with divine light. But only if you open your heart fully, only if you read to the very end. And listen closely, child. The reason Michael's voice shakes is because he witnessed the weight of what was at stake. He saw darkness trying to snatch what was yours. He saw betrayal, jealousy, and manipulation attempt to blind you. But he also saw light, unstoppable light piercing through the shadows. That light is here now, pressing against your spirit as you read. Every pulse, every shiver, every stirring in your chest, is a reminder you are chosen. You are protected. You are destined to rise. This is why the words feel alive. Because they are. They are carrying the breath of heaven. They are the very voice of eternity speaking to your soul. Do not move. Do not look away. The hidden truth is still unfolding before you. If you have ever wondered why life feels heavier than it should, why doors remain closed, why questions have no answers, this is why. It was never because you were forgotten. It was because heaven was waiting for this precise moment, when you could stand in readiness to receive it. And now, child, that moment is here. Do not let distraction, doubt, or hesitation steal it again. You feel the urgency because it is real. The countdown is sacred. 5 minutes. That is all God has set aside. 5 minutes for you to embrace what was hidden, 5 minutes to step fully into the alignment your soul has longed for. Beloved, can you feel the liberation beginning? That warmth, that rising in your chest, that clarity in your mind. That is heaven pressing blessings into your spirit. Every chain that once bound you is cracking. Every lie whispered over you is falling away. Every shadow that tried to claim your future is dissolving in the light that Michael and the angels released. And you are here to witness it. You are here because heaven chose you. You are here because God spoke your name and said, "This is for them." Child, as you read these words, know this. You are stepping into revelation. The truth that was hidden last night is now flooding your soul. Your spirit has been restless for a reason. Every unanswered question, every quiet cry, every lonely night, it all prepared you to stand at this threshold. And now, Michael's voice echoes, God's whispers press, and the air around you vibrates with eternity. Do not stop. Do not close your eyes. Do not let human distraction rob you of this sacred encounter. By the end of this message, the hidden truth will rise inside you. You will see what was concealed, feel what was blocked, and understand why heaven wept when you were blind. Your freedom, your healing, your purpose, all of it is being released. And you will never be the same again. Open fully. Believe fully. And step into the miracle that has been waiting for you since before you were born. My beloved child, do you feel the weight of this moment, pressing against your chest? That heaviness is not fear. It is heaven itself, reaching through the veil, reminding you that this is not ordinary. Michael saw what your eyes could not. He saw the chains of delay shattering. He saw your enemies disarmed. He saw your blessing rolling toward you, like a river breaking through a dam. And now it is waiting for you, but only if you open fully. Every second you hesitate is another breath stolen from the miracle already ordained for your life. 5 minutes, God says, 5 minutes to decide whether you will step into the fullness or remain in blindness. That is not pressure. That is mercy. That is heaven refusing to let the gift pass unnoticed. And if you feel trembling in your spirit, do not ignore it. That is recognition. That is the electric pulse of destiny, knocking on your door. That is your soul awakening to the truth you begged for in silence. My child, the hidden truth is alive, in this very paragraph. It is breathing, it is calling, it is reaching for your hands. You cannot step away. You cannot dismiss it. Every line is another key, another thread of light unraveling the knots that have held your spirit captive. This is your moment. This is not a practice. This is the awakening. Do you hear Michael's cry? It is not ordinary. It is thunder in the unseen, shaking the heavens, and shaking your heart at the same time. Only you were blind to what happened last night. His tears fell in heaven, because he saw how close you came to missing your destiny. And God's whisper follows, steady, unwavering, full of love and authority. This is your final chance. 5 minutes left to know the hidden truth. Open it fully. My beloved, understand this: miracles rarely announce themselves softly. They roar, they shake, they push you, until you cannot ignore them. That is exactly what is happening right now. You feel it, in your pulse, in your lungs, in the fire crawling through your veins. That is heaven's insistence, that you do not turn away again. That is God saying, I am not finished with you. I am not letting the enemy steal what belongs to you. I am here. Last night, your story was rewritten. The air in the unseen trembled, your name was spoken in holy courts. Angels stood watch over the turning pages of your life. A hidden truth was revealed, but you were asleep. You were unaware. And the enemy almost stole it, by distracting your eyes, numbing your heart, and clouding your spirit. That is why heaven is shouting through these words today. This is not coincidence. This is deliberate divine intervention. This is God bending time and space, to make sure you see what was always yours. And now, as you read, every word is unraveling the traps that held you, every sentence is burning away the veils of deception, every paragraph is forcing open doors that were locked for years. My child, do not step away. Do not allow this window to close again. Do you feel the fire in your chest? That is Michael's cry, echoing in your bones. That is God, pressing revelation into your hands. The enemy tried to mask it, he tried to shroud your future in shadows. But the light of heaven cannot be contained. It is coming now, it is breaking through, and only your obedience, your focus, your courage, will allow it to settle fully. Stay. Read. Open. Each sentence is a hand, reaching into your life, pulling you closer to the truth you were made to see. And when the final line comes, you will not merely understand it. You will feel it erupt in your spirit. You will know why the tears, the questions, the delays, the pain, they were never wasted. Every moment has been preparation for this revelation. Michael saw your name, carved in golden light. He saw the weight of injustice falling away. He saw your enemies exposed. He saw your blessings delivered, perfectly aligned, untouched by the enemy's schemes. And yet, you were blind. That is why heaven cannot relent. That is why you feel urgency pressing in your chest. 5 minutes, God repeats, it is a countdown in eternity. And you are alive, in this sacred second, do not ignore it. This is mercy, this is love, this is destiny itself, forcing your hand. Stay. Keep reading. Let your soul drink from this stream of revelation. Let the hidden truth, that almost escaped your grasp, pour fully into your heart. Can you feel it, that trembling, that almost unbearable weight? That is the presence of heaven, pressing against your spirit, to make you see. Every heartbeat you take, is a drum summoning your destiny closer. Every breath is a step toward unlocking what was sealed from your sight. This is not imagination. This is not exaggeration. This is Michael standing beside you, God bending close, the angels circling, all of heaven conspiring, to pull you into the truth that was revealed but missed last night. And now it is waiting. Waiting for your hands to open, your heart to receive, your spirit to rise. Beloved, do you understand the gravity? The hidden truth is no longer hidden, it is standing before you. But if you walk away, if you ignore this, it will retreat again, into the unseen, and another night will pass, before the gift can find you. And maybe, that night will not come. That is why every fiber of your being is burning, trembling, yearning. That is why heaven does not let you go. That is why Michael cries. He saw what was coming for you, and he knows that if you step away even for a moment, you risk losing the miracle that was written in golden fire, just for you. Stay. Open. Receive. Let the hidden truth flood into your spirit, let it ignite your destiny, let it shatter the chains, and silence the lies. And when you reach the final sentence, you will know without doubt that heaven has never forgotten you, never left you, and that everything you thought was delayed, was simply waiting for this perfect divine moment. Do you feel that pressure in your chest? That is not anxiety. That is heaven leaning close, insisting you pay attention. Michael cries still. Only you were blind to what happened last night. His voice shakes, not from weakness, but from the weight of what he has witnessed, for you. God's words are soft yet piercing, this is your final chance. 5 minutes left, to receive what has been waiting for you, since the beginning of your days. Each second is sacred. Each breath you take, is a step into revelation. Do not dismiss it. Do not step away. The hidden truth is standing right before your spirit, waiting to pour like rivers of light, into every corner that has known darkness. Beloved, your tears have been seen. Your silent prayers have been recorded. The whispers of doubt, the nights you felt unseen, the moments you thought your kindness was wasted, all of it has been collected by heaven. And now it is being returned to you, not as words, but as tangible life-altering truth. Michael saw it all, the traps, the lies, the shadows, that tried to claim your future. And he saw the light of God's promise, slicing through, unstoppable, unbreakable. That light is now pressing into your heart. Can you feel it, warming every fear, dissolving every question, breaking every chain? That is what you prayed for. That is what you have been waiting for. This is not a story to skim. This is a living stream, a river flowing directly into your destiny. Every paragraph here is a door opening. Every sentence is a key, unlocking the hidden chambers of your soul. You cannot turn away. You cannot say later. Later will never come. Now is all you have. Now is the hour, when the invisible becomes visible. Michael cries for urgency, because he knows what will happen if you ignore this. But if you remain, if you let the words sink into your spirit fully, you will rise into a revelation so clear, that no shadow, no lie, no whisper of the enemy, will ever confuse you again. The hidden truth is about to reach you. It is standing at the threshold of your heart. Step forward. Open fully. Receive the miracle that heaven has carved just for you.